As we talked about earlier, all of these game systems, the Wii, the Xbox, and the PlayStation, all offer musical games. These games are very, very popular and work very well for school or library events. They allow multiple players, 2, 3, 4, even 5 players, to play in a band scenario. Typically, it is Rock Band is the series that is most popular now, as many of the other musical gaming systems have gone under. Guitar Hero, DJ Hero, these systems are gone, but you still can acquire them used if you'd like. However, we're going to focus today on Rock Band 3. That is the current generation of musical gaming. It has multiple components to it. You can see a variety of forms that can come in here. We have drums, they have guitars and bass, there is a keyboard, which Diego will hold up here for you. The keyboard is actually kind of a keytar, a little portable keyboard, and a microphone, which can be used with or without a stand. Diego's got the microphone over here, and if you buy the right system, they will actually come with a microphone stand, or you can purchase one cheaply, used at a store, even Sam Ash, places like that often sell such equipment used. But these game systems come with these components. Typically you purchase Rock Band 3 in a set with the keytar and the game. Then you can customize your gaming set by purchasing guitars, drums, and mics separately. However, it is possible, especially if you purchase older equipment, to get a bundled set with things like Rock Band 2 or the Beatles Rock Band, which still exists, used especially online. You can find them all bundled together. These components can be a little bit pricey, but after the initial investment, many of them, especially if you purchase a sturdy version, are quite long-lasting and meant for multiple uses by many people and to kind of take a hard existence. The individual instruments, the drum set, they come in many forms. Some of them have 3 drum pads and 2 cymbals, like this one from Guitar Hero 5. Some of them have 4 drum pads and customizable cymbals, somewhere from 0 to 3. It's really up to you how you want to configure them. The drum sets also come with a kick pedal at the bottom that's meant to be played with the foot. These are very interactive, take a lot of coordination. Great way to kind of encourage kids to pick up hand-eye coordination and musical skills at the same time while also learning teamwork and togetherness. Meant to be played with the foot, and 2 drumsticks. We have drumsticks in here that are played on these things, come with them, or you could purchase any standard drumstick for playing. The next instrument is our keyboard, as we showed earlier. Keyboard is a very small version of a standard electronic keyboard. Has the same buttons as the Xbox 360 plus the keys on it. This is the most advanced and newest musical instrument in the Rock Band line. Some say the hardest to use, but many people say the most fun once you learn how to play it. And the next one we have are the guitars. There's 2 versions of the guitars you can buy. One is a wired, as Diego's holding his left hand, and one's a wireless. Most of them you buy today are wireless. However, the wired ones often are cheaper and easier to come by if you're looking in a secondhand store. So it's really up to you. These instruments are played with buttons that are on the neck of the guitar, as well as a strum bar that kind of simulates strumming the strings down at the bottom. Many of the units actually come with things like a whammy bar and the standard controller buttons that allow you to control the game with just the guitar and do not need a standard handheld controller. Finally, we have the microphone, which is a wired only typically. Wireless microphones, if they exist, typically would be very expensive and have issues with lag. The wired microphone is typically your only wired device if you buy a modern set of instruments, so you have multiple ports on the system, not going to be a big deal even using 5 instruments at once. The microphone can be used in a karaoke style, meaning it adds a 5th player, and especially on the Xbox 360 version of Rock Band 3, you can play with a keyboard, a guitar, a bass, a drum set, and a microphone. But the microphone has no controls on it, no buttons on it, so it is played either using the standard handheld controller, or it is played by itself in that what we mentioned as a karaoke style, meaning that player has no control other than singing. These microphones are very simplistic, though you can purchase far fancier ones if you want to get something with a better sound quality. When you're singing in the game, these things actually broadcast your voice, much like a real karaoke machine would do. And these microphones, in fact, can be used with a standard karaoke machine if it has a USB connector on it.